Hello again, this is Bill Jones with recapturefederalism.com. Talking to you again from Freedom's Nest. Today we're going to have a little debunking climate change, global warming. And that's the title. It's about communism. Always about communism with me. You know it if you listened to this before. And the title and subject today, Debunking Climate Change, Global Warming, Communist Propaganda. And that's what it's all about. Take care of business right away. I always do my oath. I, William R. Jones, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, so help me God. First took that oath, July 1965. Joined the Navy. Enemy then was communism, still is communism. Been communism, believe it or not, for 129 years. The insurrection's been going on here in this country. And that's why I say we're going to have a debunking of climate change, global warming, communist propaganda. That's what it is. About a month ago, September 18th, I believe, went out and I did on location in the area here. A couple little pieces of video. Swallow Cliff, Old Quarry area, it's now marshland, and Moraine Valley Community College. Yeah, this is Bill Jones with recapturefederalism.com. Talking to you from, I'm from a Freedom's Nest, but not the Freedom's Nest that I normally talk to you from. I'm out here in Palos Township, Illinois, right in front of a hill behind me. See the hill? That hill back there is used to be the old toboggan slides. Well, why am I coming out here? Well, I'm coming out here to debunk the communist propaganda about climate change and global warming. And why would I do it right here? Well, I'm doing it right here because where I'm standing at one time, this was a lake bed of Lake Michigan and Lake Chicago right here. Right behind me, that hill, known locally here as Swallow Cliff. That's a ridge that runs long east to here, that away. Locally, it's known as Blue Island Ridge. This area right here is Swallow Cliff. That hill behind me at one time was toboggan slides. This area and that hill, the toboggan slides were made with the CCC and the WPA during the Great Depression. Probably one of the few things that were good about the Great Depression. They made the winter recreation area. That's what it used to be called. It's not called that anymore. Toboggan slides are gone. They're long gone. Probably 15 years, I guess, now. They took the funding to repair the toboggan slides. We had to have midnight basketball somewhere else, but us white folks, who were the primary users of this, anybody could use it, but primarily it was white folks. And when I was a kid, there were blacks that come out here too. Well, they weren't blacks then, they were Negroes. They came out and used it also. There was no discrimination, but you could use it, public property. Had the toboggan slides. They took them away. Instead of rebuilding them and putting new wood in and everything else. The toboggan slides, right where I'm standing, there was a runoff for these down here. Oh, we used to have a lot of fun down here. Can't have no fun. Now you see they got some construction going there. I checked, wow, they're going to rebuild the toboggan slides. No. There's a retaining wall up there. It's just going to be a lower, slower hill. Just we're sliding, no toboggans, no pro stuff, and that's the way it goes. Now, this area, like I say, Behind me, that hill really technically is called the Valparaiso Terminal Moraine. And what's a terminal moraine? Well, glaciers came down, pushed up the land, and formed moraines. And you got moraines all over the Midwest, going down towards Springfield, Illinois. There's a lot of them over there around Dayton, Ohio, and that area. That's the Ohio moraines over there. This is the Valparaiso moraine. And 14,000 years ago, that was formed, that hill right back there, that ridge, that moraine, was formed by the last of the glaciers that came through this particular area. There were others, they're farther north. But this one here formed this, was the Wisconsin Glacier. The last one. Those are the glaciers that form the Great Lakes. That's correct. 14,000 years ago it came through last. There were no people here. No people, no SUVs, nothing. Uninhabitable for thousands of years. And when it became inhabitable, there weren't Europeans living here. They hadn't got here yet. Long time before they'd be here. The first people to live here were the Miami tribal nation, coming up from Ohio Valley, up into this area, migrated up here. Their nation expanded this far. And of course, things kept heating up. In fact, they were warming and warming. We were getting climate change then because of the Miami tribal nation. They had all these cars and SUV. No, they didn't have it. But you would think Al Gore would say that they must have had SUVs because it was still warming up then. At a more rapid pace? No, it's steady, slow pace. 14,000 years ago, there was an 800-foot glacier here, receding. But he wants you to believe the whole world's going to go to hell in a handbasket in 30 years. Well, that's that communist propaganda you get there. That's exactly what it is, communist propaganda. So they can play their little games with regulations and get more money for the state, the communist state. And that's what you had. The Miamis, they left here. They were displaced by the Potawatomis. And the Potawatomis were a Potawatomi tribal nation. These were Indian nations. They, that's what they were known as. The Indians, that's the public officials called them savages. That's right. The communist language of the minorities, savages. Well, they weren't savages. They were independent, sovereign tribal nations. Potawatomis come down here and they live down here. And then they were displaced by the Europeans as they come through. A lot of them, then they were displaced to other areas. Some of those nations, they resisted. They ended up in concentration camps and internment camps. Oh no, we can't call them that. We can't call them that. Those are reservations. As if they're like a hotel or something, No, they're communist internment camps. That's correct. Concentration camps. Not too many around here. Up in Wisconsin, there's some close ones. Michigan. Then you go off farther west, there's some bigger ones. Trail of Tears, Wounded Knee, all that kind of stuff happened after that. But here, global warming, it's not warming up all that faster than what it used to for the last 14,000 years. Steady pace. You gotta stop believing that communist propaganda crap. See here today, it's September 18th, I guess it is today. I see Mr. Letterman's got a new job. He's gonna be a climate change person, global warming over there at History Channel or some environmental bull. You know what I mean? He's gonna tell some more lies, professionally tell you with a entertainment. You got to have an entertainer narrate that stuff, you know, make it sound good. Bunch of lies, communist propaganda. And with that, I'm going to leave this area right here. I might stop at some other ones, show you some stuff just a few miles from here. What was here 14,000 years ago in between there and now, and see what we have. Here, look behind me there. I haven't been over in this area in years. Right behind me here, 107th Street, just east of LaGrange Road, US 45. Got the cars going by here, and we're just west of Moraine Valley Community College. We're going to go over by there in a minute too. But behind me is marshland. In the 60s, when I went to go into high school, we used to come by here, and it was the Berg Quarry and Sand Pit. Yeah, sand pit. It used to be the beaches originally here, you know, 14,000 years ago when the lakes were formed. Lake Michigan came all the way out to here. Give you an idea, this is about 25 miles as the crow flies to downtown Chicago. This was a quarry. There's no quarry behind me, is there? Looks like marshland. There's shrubs, trees. Marshlands, like I say. There's a quarry. I mean, they took all that dirt and they put garbage in there. Them damn capitalists. They used up all the sand, made money off of that. Then they took the quarry and they sold the quarry for a landfill. They loaded it up with garbage back in the 70s. Filled it up. Then they put pipes in the ground. They burned the methane off for about 20 years, 25 years. Then they put some black dirt over it. And they also, as you can see, they got some marshland. Trees. Some of these trees were before there. They were lined around. This is, of course, right by the edge of the quarry. Some of them are still left. Dying off, some of them, looks like. But then they put a brush trees in there, covered it up. They utilized the land and survive it. Even though the earth is really heating up here, getting so hot. Look at all these cars come by here burning fossil fuel. I don't think they're going to do any damage to that marshland, do you? No, that's just communist propaganda. Garbage, garbage, garbage. This is what you do. You reuse the land, get what you can out of it. Land reclamation, turn it back to nature. And that's what you got, turn it back to nature. You got trees, oxygen coming out of there. There ain't no global warming, it's a lie. I think I'm going to go over by the college. I think I'll show you the college, you know, Moraine Valley Community College, because we're in the valley of the Moraine. Terminal Moraine. That's where we're at. See you in a bit. But I left the old quarry, which is now at marshland. And now I'm over here by Moraine Valley Community College. Moraine Valley, yeah. 14,000 years ago, there was a glacier here. Oh, by the way, did I mention the name of the newspaper here? Yeah, it's the Glacier. Yeah, the Glacier's the newspaper. Moraine Valley. The result of global warming over 14,000 years ago. That's the last glacier come through. Send it back up to Wisconsin. And then up in there, of course, they had glaciers later that receded all the way up to Canada. Canada was covered with glaciers. But them people there, they're evil people, them Canadians there. A lot of SUVs, they melted all them glaciers. Yeah, they did. And here you are. You see, it's a big joke this communist propaganda about the climate change and global warming. And of course, they change the names. They'll come up with something else, I'm sure, because they got to feed the communist racketeering, because you can make a lot of money off of that global warming and climate change. Yeah, for the state, of course, for the state and their cronies that they have. Increased taxes, progressivism, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're progressing, all right. We're all communist slaves. Now, we'll get into that some other time. But here we are. And how did I learn about all this stuff? Right here at this college. I have an associate degree from here. Got it in 93. I wasn't too bright. 20 years sophomore. I was here in the early 70s, and then I had to work for a living, you know. I had an opportunity to go back to school. I went back to school. Got my associate degree here right in 1993, and I had some courses. Environmental science. We used to call them natural history back in the day, in high school back in the 60s. Then they changed the name. They got all sorts of stuff. You see, the 70s, they came out with the EPA. It's a communist agency, governmental agency. That's right. No need to have it. Democratic centralism. That's what that is. Along with all those other departments that the federal government really should be handled by the states. Sure. Anyway, I learned about environmental science. I learned all about this stuff. I wonder if they're still teaching that stuff here, you know, or are they into the commie propaganda stuff? And we gotta save the world. Well, the world will save itself. 14,000 years ago, you know who started warming the earth? Wasn't SUVs. Yeah, evolution, and God created evolution. With that, I'm gonna be signing off. Until next time, have a nice day. And if you're seeing this anywhere else other than the website, if you can come to the website, register, subscribe, recapturefederalism.com. Would appreciate it. Until next time, have a good day.